Yo, what's going on?
What's
How you
going
doing,
on?
Drew?
We back.
We haven't spoken in a while.
I know. We need these calls just to keep our shit together here.
I know. I think we're gonna exclusively do this just to put a time on the calendar to catch up every week.
That's really legit. That's why we're adding TVs, movies, sports, because we have more shit to catch up on.
Exactly. All right, so we're back. We're gonna keep these. Right before we left, we were doing I think we had over almost 1,000 people, right, or 900 people live. So this is on Twitter. I also stream it to LinkedIn. I think it's also on YouTube. But let me grab the link.
So where do people comment now if they want to join the chat? That's still on YouTube, right?
I think YouTube. I think that's where at least.
I don't because I need to share the YouTube link. If Jackie, if you could drop the YouTube link. It could be everywhere.
Yeah. So okay.
We can see the comments on Twitter. We could see them on LinkedIn. But the best place to comment is YouTube. So I got to share the YouTube link.
Okay, and then, I think.
There we go. I'm gonna go share this. Cool.
Okay, but where's my? Okay, here we go. I got my tweet.
YouTube.
So let me just go share this quickly.
Yeah, because we like to keep this stuff interactive. So feel free to join the conversation. Feel free to join it.
I gotta do. We have to add a code if we want to post anywhere. Hold on, let me just do the code.
And by the way, guys, as you know, we do that. We wing this shit pretty much.
No, we have stuff broke now.
We have stuff prepared, but I'm saying we're figuring out our promotional strategy as we speak. You guys are all promotional strategy right
now. Share it when it's live.
All right, let's rock and roll. So, what do you want to jump into first? What would you like?
Hold on.
We're gonna spread.
I'm still.
Alex and I were texting last night. We're we want to talk more than just some of the crypto stuff. Obviously, we want to talk crypto. That's the predominant focus. But where me and Alex kind of talk sports, movies, TV, all that kind of stuff. So we'll probably capture a little bit more of a broader spectrum of stuff today. What's up, Rare Bets? How you doing? What's going on?
Podcast. Okay, hold on. I'm just sharing. All right, now I'm back. I think I'm back. Yeah. All right. So okay. This is gonna take a little bit to get back into.
Yeah.
All right. So okay. So we want to change it up a little bit, right? We want to talk about obviously talk about crypto. There's enough going on in the crypto world. But I think we also want to just broaden it, talk about whatever's going on, whether it's the world or entertainment and sports. And right now, USA is playing just I think it's just Drew and I catching up, and we just don't want to only talk about crypto. And so we're gonna have more takes. So okay, I've been thinking about so let's first start off right now. USA is playing. Let's talk. Let's talk movies first. You see Deadpool yet or no?
What's up? I didn't see Deadpool. So no spoilers, but what'd you think?
How do you stay on the internet without the spoilers?
I've been avoiding it. I mean, I know.
So there was a lot you needed to watch before the movie Deadpool Wolverine.
I just watched number 1 again to stay.
So you should watch 1. You should watch 2. You should probably watch Logan. Probably should watch all of Loki season 1 and season 2.
I've seen season 1. I haven't seen season 2.
Season 2 is the better one, actually.
Cool.
If you can imagine. And then there's a lot of other stuff you have to watch. So I understand if people didn't follow or don't Goldberg told us he didn't like it. And I get it. I mean, listen, it's just if you like Deadpool, you like Deadpool. If you don't like Deadpool, you don't like Deadpool. It's really polarizing. If you don't like his shtick, you're not gonna enjoy the stuff. I personally do. So I love the movie. I also saw it Thursday night opening night. So it was just a crowd, right?
Crowd.
It's just amazing when you get a crowd.
Yeah, totally. What else have you seen recently? Did you see? There's this is actually one of those times I was talking to a buddy of mine. There's the most movies that I've wanted to see in the theater at the same time in a while.
Yeah.
I haven't seen Twister. I want to see Twister.
I didn't see Twisters, but I have a website where you can watch all this stuff. I share my
Your super hack? Yeah. What is it?
great website.
What is
It's
it?
uh, hold on. What is it again? Hold on. Yeah. Okay. It's
I've
here's
seen one of these.
actually the most valuable thing you're gonna get from this
Yeah.
any of these calls.
Yeah.
It's
Maybe like yeah, like let's just like speak the language, but don't type it out.
I won't type it out, but it's called. This is actual alpha. So it's called flixhq.to. So
What H yeah.
flixhq.to,
Yeah.
and it's an amazing. You can basically like HD. Like
Uh,
sometimes it's cam, sometimes HD, but you don't have to go to the theater.
yeah, I got you.
Um,
I got you.
Now you should also pay for movies and stuff,
Yeah.
but if you can't make it to the movies, that's the
So,
go-to
so what I
website.
want, what's on my list right now
You
is
just
I
have to
want to.
click out a lot of like ads. There's like a lot of
Yeah,
like
I
pop-ups and
do that.
stuff.
I do that.
Once you get out of it and you go like literally any TV or movie, they
Sick.
basically have it.
Yeah. So I want to see Twisters. I want to see Trap, the new M Night
Okay,
Shyamalan.
so I saw Trap. I saw Trap
Oh, how is that?
because I love M Night Shyamalan, and I was sort of like so. A lot of stuff I really liked about it. Also, like I understand if people like absolutely hated it
Yeah.
because there's like so much like non-believable stuff to it.
Yep.
Like getting out of certain situations that are like literally it's impossible. Like there's no way like you somehow got out of that situation. Doesn't even make sense. Like you
Yeah.
couldn't even explain it to someone to be believable.
Yeah.
I do think it was a little bit of like a movie for his daughter, because his daughter's like the pop star in it,
Mhm.
like her music career. So
Yep.
like I like there are a few people complaining that like it's just literally like an ad for his daughter's music career. Um, but you know what I was really hoping for that like people shouldn't go in expecting? I was hoping it was like a new installment of the Unbreakable universe.
Oh, that's
Um,
yeah. That's
like with Glass
yeah.
and
I love
Split.
those. Yeah.
So like the thing is, he could have put like a scene in it that
Yeah.
did make it part of that universe.
Connect the dots. Yeah, I hear you.
He could have connected the dots and he didn't. And that was a little bit disappointing because
Sure.
he did like Josh Hartnett's character did some things that like it's you could explain it if he like could turn invisible, right?
Yeah.
Like like that's the only way you could explain it and they didn't do it. So I just like it was a
All right.
little bit
Did you see
um
did you see A
yeah.
Quiet Place Day One? That's another one on my list.
I did also. I did.
Wow,
I
your
did.
game's on point right
I
now.
just well, so I'm not saying I saw them all in theaters, but I saw them all.
How was that? How was that one? That's on my list.
Uh like you could miss it.
Okay. I'm still
You
gonna watch that.
don't you don't
I
need to
love
see
I
it.
love I love the other two. Those were great.
Yeah,
I did see Long Legs. I don't know if you saw Long Legs.
I didn't see Long Legs. No.
Um, okay. I mean, listen, fucking Nicolas Cage is badass.
Yeah.
Really, like Nicolas Cage
No,
is
I
like
love Nicolas Cage. I'll see
Nicolas Cage
like
is the man.
my
So
favorite. I'll see like National Treasure anytime it's on TV. I
oh,
cannot not watch it.
to- totally. So that I've seen. The thing what's also been cool. So I'm watching. Oh, I mean, so on TV side, if we flip to TV, I did
Yeah.
see the Game of Thrones House of Dragons finale. Uh,
Okay.
did you watch
Thoughts?
it?
Yeah, yeah, of course.
I
I watch.
like.
By the way, I watch a lot of content while I'm doing other things.
Yeah. Me
So
too.
like, I don't always. It
Me too.
doesn't always.
No, like I forget. I can't remember things very
Yeah.
well. Because
That's why I'm okay with watching things again because
yeah, me too. So I liked it. I think that it was really annoying that I feel like I watched that whole episode and then I have to wait 2 years now for what they
yeah.
were building up to. But that being said, this is what they should have done in the Game of Thrones
Season 7 and season 8.
Season 8, where you build up the entire season and then make the whole next season a fucking battle scene. So supposedly
So
season 3 is just going to be an all-out war.
I've read the books, so I know what happens. Like I know what happens. I've read the books.
I don't want any
Yeah.
spoilers, but that's
Yeah.
what I
No, I
was
won't. I won't. I mean, listen, everyone dies by the
yeah,
time we get to
no. I mean, like I know, but like
it's like
I don't
200 years later.
yeah.
But yeah, no, I know what you mean. I won't explain how things happen because also they've changed some things, like the sheep stealer, like
I know, I
that
heard
horse,
I heard
that dragon. I don't know horse. That dragon was a character that's not in the show called Nettles. So they're changing some things.
Yep.
But here's the problem, right? Like, so in general, like the biggest complaint from people is they want more, which is always like a good problem to have when you have like
Yeah.
content is like you want more of it. They made a book out of that. No, the book came first. Always a LinkedIn comment. I love it. But no, the book came first. Basically in between the writing of I think I don't know which books it came in between, but he basically wrote the whole Targaryen, sort of backstory. At one point, I could basically name the Targaryen dynasty, starting from Aegon the Conqueror
Well,
down to
there's
like
too many.
there's too many Aegons, Aegon the younger, Aegon the elder,
Too many
but basically so here's the thing, is that the problem with season 7, season 8, and I still get like discomfort when I think about how they sort of screw that at the end, is that like whether or not that's the actual vision that like George R. R. Martin has for the ending, like they rushed it, the whole. It just felt rushed. It felt like not thought out. It felt not character developed. And here they're developing the characters really nicely. They're taking the time to develop the characters. I think the problem here is that
pacing feels
last
weird.
season was 10 episodes. This season is 8 episodes. It feels like it's missing episode 9 and 10.
That's exactly what I thought.
That's the problem. That's the only problem is episode 9 was always in every single season of episode, in every single, or the penultimate episode, the second to last episode of the season was always the crazy awesome episode, Battle of the Bastards.
These felt like 2 prep episodes.
And so I think the frustration of like having to wait 2 years for what should have been episode 9 and 10, that's annoying. And honestly, I would have waited like another half a year for them to actually do 9 and 10, right? And then just give us the actual season. Like it would have been an amazing season. And the battles that are about to come are amazing. Like the dragons versus the triarchy that's going to happen, and just like things like really great battles. It just sort of feels like the episode should have ended with like what happens in the book, which is, I'm not going to say, but like it should have ended where, Aegon's fleeing, which it was happening, and Aemon's going to battle, and they're basically, taking King's Landing, which is pretty obvious. They sort of set it up at the end with Alicent, but I just like, I don't know. It's sort of.
I felt that way too. By the way,
sort of felt
torrential downpour that just started around me. It's a huge storm. Crazy.
Really?
But I also another couple things recently.
What other shows have you watched recently?
Yeah, so I actually finally got started. So I had a couple long flights. I was going to ETH Brussels, and I finally started The Wire. So now I'm 2 seasons.
I've never watched.
Just started it. So
I have a lot of shows that I people think I watch a lot of stuff. There's like classics. Like I've never watched Breaking Bad.
Wow, that's a huge miss.
Never watched Sopranos. Never watched Breaking Bad. Never watched The Wire.
The Wire.
Never watched Prison Break back in the day. I was more of a Lost guy.
Me too. I was more of a Lost guy. Never watched Prison Break either.
Never watched Prison Break. I have like a whole list of shows that I'd like. I need to get like terminally ill or something.
No, if you guys are, God forbid, if you guys are
not terminally, like long sickness. And all,
if anyone in the comments, I'm curious what season is the best of The Wire. I'm 2 seasons in, so I'm just super curious. But I've enjoyed.
I only recently watched some of Peaky Blinders, which was great.
Yeah, Peaky Blinders, great show. You know what I've been doing with my kids lately? So my kids they're young, so they're 5 and 3, but I watch a lot of like shit that they probably shouldn't be watching at their young age. But
what do you watch?
We've now watched the first 5 movies of Harry Potter together. I was 5 and 3.
Whoa, wait, how old are you? That's
5 and 3. I know it's a little young.
That's a little. So we just watched the first Harry Potter with Kira, my 8-year-old.
Yeah,
and like even there were some moments like with like Fluffy and the Chamber of Secrets that she was a little scared. But like, dude, that's bad parenting.
Yeah, my kids watch wrestling. They've watched like the Marvel movies. Like they're
I thought you were gonna say like we watched I don't know, something.
Me and my boys have like my 2 boys, 5 and 3. Like their TV game is on point. Like we've watched all of the animated Star Wars, like those like those 2 that are amazing. What are they called again?
I thought you were gonna be like we watched like the first season of Pokemon or something.
No, we did.
Like, all right.
Pokemon. My kids are getting into it now. That's just the newest thing. But Bad Batch was amazing. Rebels, Star Wars shows.
I've been watching any of that.
Oh, those animated Star Wars shows are fantastic.
Yeah,
we also
watched Pokemon with the girls.
We watched the animated Jurassic Park. Those were really good. The Jurassic Camp Jurassic or whatever. So yeah, my kids' TV games on point. But watching the Harry Potters again for the first time in forever.
Yeah, it's good.
It's so good. It's just so good.
It hits. It still hits. Yeah.
Still hits.
Um,
All right,
yeah.
let's move on from entertainment for now.
Wait, hold on. Did any other shows? I mean, that was the. I
Um,
mean,
yeah, I mean,
there's a
like,
few shows. Did you watch like Presumed Innocent?
no, haven't watched that yet.
Oh, you're in for a treat. That was a
Yeah,
great show.
that's on my list.
Honestly, one of the better finales in a long, long time.
I'm in the
Presumed
middle.
Innocent, Apple.
Yep,
Did
I know.
Dark Matter?
Did I
Dark Matter?
love one of the
Dark
best shows.
Matter was great.
Fantastic.
Apple's like the new HBO, by the way. Apple is
Apple's
like
killing it, dude. Killing it.
Apple's got some great shows.
I finished the new season of Vikings Valhalla. I've watched every one of those. I
Never
love
watched that.
those shows are great. So I've watched all Vikings Valhalla. I've watched
I think
Three
once I watched.
Problem. Yeah, like my TV game's on point. Like my strategy for TV and movies is like my family goes to bed around 9, 10 o'clock. Like they're all asleep by like 9. So like I get from like 9 to 1 is like where I get lost in my world of either getting like researching the internet, getting lost on the blockchain, or watching a show and movie in the background. So like that's kind of like I get like 2 to 4 hours at the end of the night, just like chill and do my thing. But yeah.
By the way, what one show that I am rewatching right now that's like because I finished Presumed Innocent and you know what happens is like I'm on like TikTok and then I see like a scene of something and I'm like, oh man, I missed that show. So there was a show that J.J. Abrams did years ago called Revolution. Did 2 seasons on NBC.
Yeah, it got
and canceled. He got canceled, right? But it was 2 seasons. J.J. Abrams, like this is like the lights go off in the universe.
Yeah, I remember this. I loved it. I was sad it got canceled.
It was so I think I definitely watched it, but I didn't remember all of it. It's great on a rewatch. It's like
I thought it was a great show.
I sort of like think that they should.
Got canceled.
Yeah. But okay, sports.
What do we got? All right,
a lot of sports stuff right now.
Yeah, I mean, I'm.
Oh wait, we should add politics to this list.
Yeah, we probably should, but it'll But
anyway, we'll do politics next.
Yeah, first time. I'll tell you one thing.
Hot takes.
This has been the most like sexualized, weird Olympics I've ever seen. It's fun, but like I feel like every day there's like a new like there's like the guy who got eliminated from
the French guy,
like the dick pole vault. Then there was like the huge like the guy, the blue dude who was just like on top of the freaking table off, and then there was like. Then there was the boxer situation. I'm just like, I don't know, man. This is like too much politics in sports. Like, I just want to enjoy sports. Let me live. Can I have one thing that's just natural and clean and just easy?
Yeah, no, you can't. Sorry, we're not allowing it.
Yeah,
but
and my other hot take
Olympics has been.
My other hot take about the Olympics is that I've been rooting for the women's team to lose. I want the American women's team to lose because I want them to be like, yo, we didn't
humbled.
I want them to fuck around and find out for not adding Caitlin Clark because she's the best player in the league, in my opinion. Like legitimately the best
she's
player.
She's not actually the best player. She will be, but she's not currently.
I think she's the best player in the league. She is like, as a point guard, I think she's like far and away. I mean, dude, I read the statistic, 75% she has more assists than 75% of
I saw that.
In the history of WNBA basketball. Season. She hasn't played a full season.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy.
No, there's definitely she's definitely like she's definitely top player. I think she's like a year away from being like just fully dominating like she did in college. But even college, she didn't win the, championship. Like, you've got to win. So, there's that. But
she's truly like amazing.
Okay, but right now, I think men's USA, they're winning. The only ones who might give them a problem is Germany and France in the finals. And not even. Like, it's like.
Well, it's for Canada got eliminated today, I heard.
Yeah, I was SGA, RJ Barrett. Like
RJ was leading them in scoring.
Also, Jamal Murray, like off the bench, giving garbage stuff. Yeah. Like, what was going on there?
Yeah.
He's not.
How's France been playing? I haven't even looked. Has Wemby been playing ball?
You know what? Fournier's playing well.
I also heard Frank Ntilikina is starting.
Is he?
Yeah, wait. So today, let's see what happened here today. So Ntilikina started.
Frank the Tank.
How do I see the box score? Where's the box score? France basketball box score.
What do you put up? What do you take? 1 shot, 3 points.
Lockdown defense. Let's see. So Wemby,
is he even in the NBA anymore? Who's he playing for? Mavs? Or where is he?
Ntilikina had a typical Ntilikina game. 17 minutes, 0 for 4 from the field, 5 points, 3 assists. Wemby had a horrendous game. 2 for 10, 12 rebounds, 7 points.
Like Batum 4 blocks.
Nicholas Batum played 34 minutes, had 0 points. Fournier had the best, he had a decent game, 15 points off the bench. Yeah, I mean, I don't even know how they won this game. They played horrible. Canada, let's see how our boys from Canada did. RJ Barrett, 32 minutes, 16 points, 6 of 11 from the field. Shea Gilgeous had 27. Yeah, they had a decent team, Canada. I'm surprised they're done. So who else is what's going on here? Let's take a look at who else is left in this thing. How do I see this? 2024 men's basketball. Boom. USA is dominating right now. They're up by 30. They're going to cover that spread.
Yeah, they're dominating. Who are they? They're playing Jokic next, right?
Is that I don't know. Is that who's next?
I think they're playing Jokic.
Serbia just beat Australia in overtime. That was a good game. It looked like.
Yeah, Jokic put the team on his back.
I can't even tell if it's NBA players. So LeBron's got 10.
I think next is Germany. I'm pretty sure it's Germany versus France, and then it's Serbia versus US. So honestly,
can we talk? It's a question for you. Why is Drew Holiday our starting shooting guard when you have Tatum, Durant?
Because he's Anthony a lockdown defender. He takes the best guard, shuts him down, shuts him completely down. By the way, can we talk for a second about how the Yankees are good again?
I'm enjoying the hell out of it, right?
Dude, Jazz Chisholm, made for New York.
Made for New York. Great pickup.
What a player.
Judge is having
a career year again. Insane.
Do you think he breaks 70? Is that even is that a viable option for him right now?
He can't. He's got 40. There's 40 games left. He'll hit in the 60s. What? He's what? 41?
41 with no steroids. That's unheard of.
Well, I feel like they have substances that aren't steroids anymore, but gives you the same end result.
Dude, he's not steroid.
He's a monster of a human, but I feel like, I don't know. But anyway, he's incredible. He's gonna probably get the Triple Crown. And the thing is can they put it together in October?
Yeah, he's a lock for MVP.
No one's even close.
You know what I'm really excited about for fantasy football season's coming up. Fantasy football draft. Fantasy. I'm
in 3 leagues right now.
Do you do any best balls? Do you do any best ball leagues? Do you know what best ball is?
No, I don't even know.
It's actually a fun thing to do to prepare. So best ball is you draft a team. So you do like me and you go jump into a best ball league later. We draft a team, do a full draft. You draft a deep bench and everything, and then you don't touch it for the end of the year, and it pays out the winner. It automatically puts your best players in the roster in each spot, each game of the season. And at the end of the year, whoever wins based on just the draft. So I know a lot of people that do 50 or 100 of these. And it's just it's fun because you get to see how you're doing throughout the year randomly. And at the end of the year, you get paid out.
You can't touch it?
You can't touch it. It's that's the best part. You don't have to manage it. So it's only the draft, which is so much fun. So I've been I did my first one of those this week.
Are you doing any with friends, or you just did it
so I've done with we used to do a bunch in the Knights of DGen ecosystem community. So I've learned it from that, and now I'm just I just jump into random ones. I'm in 4 or 5 fantasy leagues, so I don't need more than I can manage. But I told you last year, I don't remember if I told you this, but I did my favorite fantasy league that I'm in. We did it for football last year and basketball for the first time this year. Is it's called what's it called again? Sorry. It's where you eliminate a player. What's the name of it? Not
a Survivor.
It's amazing. It's called someone in the comments could help me out here.
I saw a funny
guillotine. So the guillotine are amazing. So what happens is you draft your team. We have an 18 team Westport Dad League. There's 18 of us in it. And then every week you're not playing against another person. It's whoever comes in last that week. They are eliminated. Their team goes into the waiver pool, and then you bid on those players. So it's like so much more fun than regular fantasy because every week there's like
But
good
do those
players.
people leave like and stop contributing to the group, or
They have to stay in the group chat for the entire season, or they get banned from the league. So you're basically tortured for the entire year.
how far did you go last time?
I think I came into about like 5th or 6th. So I made it to like one of the, I made it pretty far. But like, and that was my first season doing it. And then in basketball, we did the same thing where every week we would eliminate, instead of like one game.
That's a lot.
That feels like a lot. Dude, it was so much fun. It was weekly. So you'd play for the week, and whoever came in last that week was eliminated. And it was it made basketball so much more fun because like you're really trying to survive. It's all you have to do. It doesn't matter if you like win or lose. It's just survive. So I'm a huge proponent and huge believer in guillotine fantasy sports. I think that's like a big time future.
I'm in 3 leagues. I like do it. It's fun. Every once in a while I win. And that's it. Like
I hear you.
I don't do it to live. I just do it for entertainment and having fun. All right. What else? Any other sports stuff that's going on? It's like as football's come in, basketball's on break, NHL's on break. Something really else going on. Well, you're cutting out a little bit.
No, let's go into tech. Let's go into
tech. Wait, are we talking politics for a second? Because the VP was just picked, and do you want to do that for a minute? Your thoughts?
Yeah, my only thoughts there is that it was like pretty obvious he wasn't picking a Jew. She wasn't picking the Jew. Like everyone was like, "Oh, she's picking Shapiro." I'm like, not a chance, dude. She's not taking a Jew. No chance.
Yeah, no. I think so what's interesting about this is like and we'll see what happens when all said and done, but I'm surprised that he's basically like Tim Kaine 2.0. Remember Tim Kaine? This is Hillary's pick.
Yeah,
it's like just a white guy, like vanilla white guy in a state that's not even competitive. Like he was Virginia. It's like a not competitive state like Minnesota anymore.
He's trying to get like the middle America vote, and he's
not. This guy isn't. He's not. But he's not like he's not targeting those people. He's like in a state. He is in a state where they have it locked down. He just doesn't do anything, and she sort of needs a boost.
Yeah.
I mean, we'll see, but I think ultimately the mistake. I mean, it was a double-edged sword because it was like Democrats can't win without Philly. Like it's such a hard path to the electoral without Philly, and so it's sort of crazy that you have this like 60% favorable yes Jew, right? Mm-hmm. And then, but so by not choosing him, she probably won Michigan and lost Philly and just lost the election.
Wait, so I'm looking at Polymarket right now. I mean, Polymarket still has Trump at 52% and Kamala at 46%, which I honestly think is about right. That's kind of where my head is at. But
by the way, the other thing that's like an easy layup for predicted Trump fans to do.
Jackie says predicted has Kamala up, which is interesting.
Yeah, I only trust Polymarket. No, so the other interesting thing here is that for the first time, or not the first time, it's sort of interesting as an angle, like to take specifically like in debates and also just as a narrative is like, they sling like, Trump is going to ruin democracy. And by the way, he might, he totally might, but like what Democrats sling at Republicans is like, you're insurrection, you're going to ruin democracy, this and that. And what's interesting as a counter argument now is like Trump and Vance were like served up on a platter. The fact that like nobody voted for Kamala, nobody voted for Walt, mm-hmm. and like they could just sling it back and actually have teeth. And so it's sort of like
she bothers.
I know she bothers you. But she bothers a lot of people. She bothers my wife actually a lot.
Yeah.
But the point is that like if they just hammer home that like you're basically just like telling that we're doing what you actually did, which is you undemocratically like because either right? Like nobody voted for any of the Democrats. They knew Biden was senile, right? So you're either like you're a liar, right? And you like made believe he wasn't walking onto planes with that he's not supposed to be walking on. Like
Yeah.
you either like are out to lunch and you have no idea what's going on, or you're lying to the American people that like Biden is capable to do the job, right? And so you waited this long so that nobody could sort of replace you. And so that's pretty like, and like who's sort of running the country, that's like pretty undemocratic, like specifically when like the liberal side is slinging like you're going to do things to you know subvert the democracy. So
Mhm.
I don't know. It's like I think actually now I think that they have trouble staying on like message, but if
Mhm.
you hammer that home, right, you're either that message for the next 90 days, like it's a pretty, and it also depends on what the economy ends up with, right? Like it looked like we were going into a free fall, maybe not. If it gets worse, that's really bad for the incumbent, So we'll see. And though the last thing I'll say is like they're going to continue, I think, and it's probably the strongest thing. They've been trying to scrub from the internet that like Kamala was like in charge of the border, right? Because it's been
Mhm.
really bad. And so
Mhm.
I think they're going. That's going to be like the thing they focus on the most is like you were this czar and everyone was saying it, and now the internet is scrubbing it that you weren't really in charge of that. And so and I also think when she does get on the debates, I don't think she's a great debater. I don't think that I think this whole like weird, the whole weird, like you're weird or it's weird. I think it lands with like millennials a little bit, but I think like, it does, it's hard to say that in Vance when he like his children are half, Indian, right?
Listen, I
Like
love the Vance pick. I would have. There was a lot of people I would have picked.
But I don't think he's a great pick. I just think it doesn't land the way people like it lands for TikTok, but
Mhm.
I don't think TikTok's the real world,
Yeah.
more
It
so
was
than
it was
anything
actually,
else.
speaking of politics, it was actually cool to be I was at, Bitcoin Nashville, and that was it was a great energy at Bitcoin Nashville, and, like, it was cool because like, politics was, like, front and center at
Yeah.
Bitcoin Nashville. There was so much going on and so much hype and excitement around, like to me, it was just, like, a beautiful thing. Like, it was, like, the first time I ever felt that, like, we, like, made it in a way, like, mainstream. Like, listen, like, it's been cool to see crypto adopted by institutions and, adopted through these ETFs, but then like having it be such a political like talking point and like battle, and like Trump was eating it up. He was really leaning into it. He loved it. He's like, I'm firing Gensler day one, and everyone went bananas. And he's like, wait a second, I didn't realize he was that negative. He was that unpopular. He's like, let me repeat myself. Let's go.
Yeah.
I'm
Wait,
firing
hold on.
Yeah.
There's one more political piece I want to talk about. The RFK killing a bear cub and putting it in Central Park is the greatest. It is so overshadowed right now. Do you know what I'm talking about, right?
No, I don't.
Okay, so there's an article from 10 years ago where a bear cub was found in Central Park and they had no idea how it was killed.
Mhm.
And and RFK came out like yesterday or 2 days ago saying there's an article coming out in the New Yorker that I was responsible for this dead bear cub in Central Park, and here's the story. And he basically tells the story, which no one can prove whether it's true or not, that somebody in front of him ran over a bear cub
Mhm.
and like basically ran over a bear cub, and then he put it in the back of his car to skin it and take the meat because it was I don't know. I guess that's a thing that people do. And then he went out shooting birds with some people, and then he went to he went to he had to go to the city. He couldn't go home, so he had to go to the city for dinner. And then he realized he had to go to the airport for a flight. So he had like didn't know what to do with the bear. So he just put it in Central Park and made it look like it was run over by people. And like there was a whole New York Times article about it and like whatever. And so anyway, I guess it's going to go live. And so he comes out and tells this wackadoodle story, and he says it like he makes a video and he's telling Roseanne Barr the story. It's the weirdest thing I've ever seen. And
Yeah.
then and then and then And then there's like more news that like there was like stab wounds to the bear. And it's just like it's like one of the what and so there's like a new meme going around where it's like RFK telling the story and he's basically it's RFK like and the caption is like different he's like the Forrest Gump of like brainworms, right? Like it's just like it's
he's a character, dude. He's a total character.
It's wild. It's like and so people are making fun of because it's like a Curb Your Enthusiasm episode, right? And like Cheryl's his wife.
All right, let's move. All right, let's move into tech and crypto and all that. Tech news. Real quick, let's talk about. What's interesting? Did you hear about all those like the top leaders leaving OpenAI?
Yeah, I saw one of them taking a sabbatical. Two of them are leaving. A lot of people were saying that one of the competitors they have, a lot of people are using them now. I mean, people leave companies, successful companies. So I don't know. I mean,
there could be something
like how many big people? Well, how many years are they in? 3-4 years now? Like more, but like more than that. But like 3-4 years of like being popular, right? Like it came out, I think 2020. It was like started to get really popular.
It sounds like everyone's saying that like the AGI stuff is what's causing OpenAI employees to leave. Plus, like there's the lawsuit. Like what's his name put out a big Musk put out a huge lawsuit against them, which honestly feels very legitimate. Like he's like, yo, I was duped. Like they came to me and said, here's $50 million or whatever it was for you guys to start a company that's going to be about open source and like protecting AI, and then you guys come out with a commercial business that's run by Microsoft. Like he got really hoodwinked. So I think he has a legitimate argument in terms of a lawsuit. So I that could have some reasoning behind it. But listen, they're one of the most influential companies of all time, in my opinion. Now, like I actually Facebook's better positioned with their open source like Llama models. So I actually think that like Meta's been doing a fantastic job in this whole AI space.
Zuck's like whole revamp with
Zuck's
the chains. It's great.
Zuck's the man, dude. He rocks chains, goes open source. He's like surfing. He's in UFC. He's just like a bro. Like I kind of want to hang with Zuck now all of a sudden.
Yeah. Actually, one of my maybe he's watching. One of my very good friends is friends with his sister, and he went to his house or his parents' house, and he was there for a Jewish holiday. I think it was like Rosh Hashanah. And he taught Mark how to blow a shofar. And I saw it on video. It's amazing. It's an actually amazing video.
That's hilarious.
And he's like just blowing the shofar and he's like teaching him, and it's quite the thing to see. But
Funny.
Yeah, no, well, I don't know. I mean, they've got so many talented people there. I'm not like actually that worried about them. And Sam's like in like a superhuman. So I'm I'm not really super worried
I was trying to catch up on this news. I was trying to see about what happened with there was like something that like I saw Elon tweeting earlier about like some like he's going to war with the advertisers or something. Did you see that?
Yeah. He's basically saying that like they're not advertising on him, and there's some like sort of collusion or something going on nefarious. The thing is, it's hard to sort of prove that, and we'll see what they come up with. But ultimately, like the defense is just like, hey, we don't want our brands to be advertised on some Nazi salute on Twitter, like so it's hard to make people spend money on your platform for advertising, right? Especially when like, listen, we all know like Twitter is a minefield of I mean, I think my For You page is probably like someone would, if they knew who was posting it, would be canceled right each time I open it. There's something there, right? Like, and maybe that's just the stuff I'm looking at, and that's my For You page.
I think that's more likely because you're in a goblin world where that's probably
possible. That's very possible.
The goblin world.
It's very possible, but I do think that like the training wheels are sort of off with Twitter, and it is more polarizing.
They're basically saying that
like people don't want to advertise on polarizing stuff.
They're suing a cartel of advertisers and ad agencies who's conspired to block ad revenue from going to certain platforms and content creators. It's called GARM, something like that. It's like the whole thing, like GARM, was a conspiracy to perpetrate an advertiser boycott of Rumble and X, and like Anyway, yeah, this it's a little crazy here, but I don't know.
Yeah.
Not
What other big tech news has there been? Even
I don't know, but I've been I think that let me take a look here. Did you see
I'm
that?
even trying to think.
I
I'm trying
love
to think like the
I
last
love
few months.
Did you see the friend ad?
Oh, I love friend. I ordered one. You ordered
Did
one?
you? I
It was
probably
$99. I
yeah,
was like,
$100.
whatever.
I always buy those things. I never even opened a couple of mine. Like I still have I have the rabbit or whatever that thing is called. I
Oh
never
yeah,
even unsealed.
have you used it or no?
Nope, never even opened it out of the box. I'll probably just leave it sealed at this point because but I thought the ad was incredible. The
Yeah,
ad was
no, he's a
was
smart guy, and
dude,
like
that ad
I
was
don't think it
amazing.
necessarily solves loneliness, but I'm gonna try it. I think it's like a conceptually a interesting idea. I like people trying like new weird stuff. I mean, that's
Me
just
too.
like
I always want
stuff
to
I
support
like.
that. Me too.
So I'm always down to buy especially a physical product, right? That's
Yep.
especially $100. Like, yeah,
Yeah,
I'll give it a
totally.
flyer. What is that point?
See,
What is that
that's
point
what
one
VR.
ETH now?
Yeah,
Not even.
that's what VR needs. Like VR needs like someone to come out with an amazing device that's super cheap that everyone could throw a flyer on it and actually start to experience VR. Like right now, no one's spending $3,000 on an Apple VR device. That's just ridiculous. So it's like,
Yeah,
I think that if Apple can come out and say,
you mean
hey, here's
$3,000, right?
3,000. That's what I said.
Oh yeah,
3,000. Like,
okay, yeah.
no one's spending that. So if Apple can come
I
out and say 500
I have
bucks,
one. I have one in a box in the other room over there, just to
exactly.
sell in 20 years.
Yep. I did that with I still have my actually, Jackie, did you ever sell your Solana phone? I'm asking Jackie in the background here. I still have my Solana phone sealed. I probably should have sold it. Oh, you have it still? There you go. Sealed. Me too. I have it sealed also.
Well,
Okay.
speaking of products, my wife loves selling stuff on eBay, and so
Yeah.
I gave her all my merch that I'm never gonna wear,
Oh,
and she's
God,
been just like slinging it, man. She's made a few grand
no,
already.
no way. Did she sell
Yeah,
any of the artifact sneakers? Because I have a ton of
yeah.
them.
One of the RFS sneakers went for $450.
Get the fuck out of here.
Swear to
Really?
God, I'll send you this stuff privately. Yeah,
That's pretty
yeah.
awesome. I have so many pairs, dude.
Um,
I'm stacked in my house.
you want to
Mountains. Yeah.
send you want to tell her what you have, and she'll list them for you.
Yeah, I probably
She's
will.
good. She's really good at it. She just
And
does it as a hobby.
yeah, my sister does it too. She loves it
She's
also.
like she likes the feel of like the old Israeli shuk, on the street
Yeah.
haggling with people.
Yep. Totally.
But
My sister loves it also. All right, let's talk. We haven't spent enough time on crypto yet.
me,
We
yeah,
don't have
that's true.
much time left.
Meme
Okay.
of the week, dude. The shooting Olympics meme is so good,
Which one?
so good. The guy, the people,
Oh
the
yeah.
different type of people shooting.
Yep. That's a great one. That's definitely a winner.
That's like so good. There's been some good ones this week.
I saw a good one
The
also.
the Olympic stuff has been great. In terms of just like meme creation. I'm trying to look for. I'm in like
the dude who got caught by his dick on the pole bar. That was amazing.
oh wait,
And
yeah. Look at this. Look,
he's gonna be more successful.
RFK killed a bear
That's a good one.
and dumped it in the park.
That's a good one. No, but I'll say that guy's going to be far more successful and make a ton more money because he got eliminated because his dick hit the bar than if he would have won. Then he would have won a gold easily.
Yeah, he's like it's not a bad place to be.
All right, we got to talk crypto. We don't have enough time here, and probably next time I think we need to cut
start with crypto.
Stuff. Start with crypto, or call it in 30 minutes so we have enough time to talk about the space that we are working within. Okay, so what am I excited about? One thing that's pretty cool. Wilder World just released on Epic Games today. Just got into alpha today. Their car
What's
racing.
the game? Just the car racing game?
Car racing game.
Do I get any benefits from owning my car?
Yeah,
or no?
Yeah, they have a whole economy going, dude. It's sick. You can start earning every day. They're just shipping like nobody's business. They've got
in
Epic
Games. So I have my PS5. I could play their game in PS5.
I don't even
Epic,
have
or
I got
Epic launcher.
Go download it. Check it out. It's on Epic Games launcher.
All right, what you got?
So I'm pretty pumped about that. They've just been killing it. They've been working on the shooter game. I don't know if you've seen the highlights.
No.
So you'll be able to now walk around the world, and there's a whole shooter game they're working on, which is sick. And I don't know if you guys got the NFTs for their Trinity. They sent a few NFTs out for their Trinities. I actually sold a couple of them. I had so many.
What the Trinity? Where
Which
would
is like
I see it?
In OpenSea, you'll check if you check OpenSea right now, you'll see that you got some NFTs from Wilder this past week.
I just don't. I think I hold most of them in. I think I hold them in my vault. So I'd have to have them in the same wallet, right?
I believe so. Yeah. Like I just got. I have my Trinity totems, and I got. I have 3 of those, and 2 of them sold already. Like I sold one at 0.1 ETH. I got it for free. I got 5 of them. So now
0.1 ETH.
Yeah, which is not bad considering
I got 5. Yeah, I got 5 of them also.
Yeah, I sold. So I sold 2. I sold 2. I have 3 left.
Damn.
Yep.
What do they do for you?
I think they're like represent your. They're going to be like part of your earning. So everything about Wilder World's ecosystem.
There's no list. There's no listing. There's no listings.
Every day. So they have like their. They have their social channel. They have their, they have their Zero Tech and the Meow chain, all that kind of stuff. So
is there any like variance to it? Like
no,
or is it all the same?
They're all the same. So those are but so I got those. Those are like the most recent NFT thing I did, and also the other NFT thing I think it's really interesting. Just talk about NFTs for a quick second. You know how I love O'Peppins. I constantly still think that O'Peppin is O'Peppin's my favorite project.
Did I win our second bet also?
No, we never did.
We never confirmed it. We never confirmed it.
But O'Peppin just launched a burn. So now if you want to exit, basically, so you can O'Peppin's platform is amazing, but now you can burn an O'Peppin and actually get one of their burn NFTs, which are sick. So it's going to reduce supply in another way now. So it's like, I don't know, they just innovate constantly and it's just so fascinating. So I just am very I think long term, that's going to be one of those projects that I think will stand the test of time and become one of the most widely known and recognized projects, especially as more releases come out and more famous releases come out over time. I think they realized, because they had a great release recently that was that I actually submitted for. I don't think I got any. I was trying to, but it was this one. Where was it? The 5th. That was a really good one recently. This one.
I've sold a few things recently.
Oh yeah.
I had a bunch of things listed. This was okay. We haven't been on this for a long time, but I sold a doodle.
You sold a doodle. Okay.
Yeah. It started going back up. I listed it a little higher and I sold it. I don't know what's doodle's floor at right now.
O'Peppins are up right now. They're up to 0.14 floor, and the unrevealed, 0.14 floor. So it's starting to come back again a little bit. It was at 0.1.
So doodles are at 1.74. I sold mine for 1.6, but this was when the floor was 1. So I was like, oh, okay, I'll just take it. I sold an Atom Bomb Squad for $70. Yeah. I don't know. I sold my Wanderer.
God, the collection of O'Peppin is just so beautiful. It's such an awesome set.
I sold a bunch of stuff.
I haven't really sold much, but I've been obviously I'm always bullish on. I was
just cleaning out house for a lot of things.
Speaking of NFTs also, have you tried? I know you were into Disney Pinnacle for a little bit as well. I have a bunch of those.
No, I was into Cat in the Hat.
You never did the Disney pins?
No.
Oh, it's awesome. So I finally did the trade. They have these trading days, and it's a really cool experience. If they have trading for NBA Top Shot, which I'm sure they will at some point, it was really fun. So they did these trading events where you have 24 hours or 48 hours, and they open up trading within the Disney Pinnacle app. So I was trading to try to complete some of my Star Wars sets, and it was really.
I have no idea where my Cat in the Hat stuff is. I had 8 full collections, or 4, 5 or 8 or whatever. I don't know. It was ridiculous. But it was $200. So I was like, all right, whatever.
So I don't know if you're still following NBA Top Shot, but because I do. Their run it backs are just got released. So the run it backs are their throwback during the summer. They do throwbacks. So there's some sick ones coming out that I'm really pumped for. Penny Hardaway's debut. The Penny Hardaway debut. David Robinson's debut, which I love. I'm going to go for that one.
Yeah.
The Allen Iverson step over. Where he steps over Tyronn Lue.
Yeah, that's a good one.
That's a sick one. Jamal Crawford when he does the behind the back dribble in the Knicks. That's a great one. Jason Kidd rookie year. Dennis Rodman, Gilbert Arenas debut. So there's some great Top Shot moments coming out right now. So they're the sale, right? I think that there's currently for sale as we speak. I think Origins shop. Oh, did it get dropped already? I don't think so. Buying the marketplace. Oh, I guess it dropped already. Let me see if I got any. I didn't even know that they dropped already. Packs. Did I get any?
I feel like it takes too long to sell on.
Yeah, I got some running packs. Cool.
Oh, you just get them in your wallet? Like how?
Well, I don't know. I don't even know how I got these. I got 4 Origin packs, rares.
You did it when you were sleeping.
I tried to buy it some. I know that. I didn't even realize it was done already. I would have tried to buy some more. And then I got a rare Dan Marley's debut airdrop reward. I don't even know why I got that. For what? I'm not even sure. But yeah, I want to see how much these moments are going for. I didn't realize it was released yet.
By the way, speaking of other crypto stuff, are you sniffing around, playing around at all with Pudgy's chain Abstract or Monad?
I haven't done anything yet with it, but I love that I saw that they have that game coming. It's like kind of like their Pokemon game, but I think is going to be really really
which who Pudgy or
Pudgy just released they just teased that they're coming out with a like a digital Pokemon style like a whatever those are called, TGE or something. What are those Pokemon style games called? So I thought that looked really fucking cool. I haven't done anything with that chain yet. Have you?
I got added. Luca added me. There's like a Telegram group for just builders or people thinking about building, and starting to get active. Starting to get active. People are starting to play around. It will be interesting to see the type of things that get built. And I think people are just trying to figure out like what people want here. You know what I mean? Like, and also just like what's the incentive structure, right? The Blast had their incentive structure and it worked really well until it didn't. And so how do you build sustainable? Like, I don't know. Like, how do you make it sustainable? And how is it just not like jumping from one thing to the next and just like playing musical chairs? I think that's the biggest problem right now in the space is just like the musical chairs. It just feels like it's the same.
I'm focusing
1,000 people.
Yeah, totally. I mean, listen, at the end of the day, all we can do right now is stay focused on building the infrastructure, trying to get some good consumer applications out because, right now, what I look at it is like, listen, we're early still, we've been at this for a while, but it's still very early. And the reality is like, we are, we need to, the infrastructure is finally at a place where I think it's ready for more scalable consumer applications. It wasn't ready the past cycle. It really wasn't. That's the reality of it. And now I think we're getting to a more mature place from an infrastructure level. So my assumption here is that like the next wave, the next bull market, which I think will be like, starting around Q4 2024 and go all the way through 2025, and maybe possibly into the early 2026, is going to be built around some of the next wave of consumer applications that actually drive adoption from new users. And that'll probably be coming from that'll come from gaming. It'll come from SocialFi. It'll come from, it'll come from like some of the base chain advancements. I know Flow is dropping their whole EVM launch in September. So Flow will now integrate with EVM and you'll be able to like move NFT, like you'll be able to buy and sell NBA Top Shot moments right on OpenSea and on Magic Eden come September 4th. So that'll be a big for the Flow ecosystem, which I'm really excited about. But yeah, I mean, like, listen, like I spend a lot of my time right now focusing on decentralized AI. Like if I think about like, my thesis for my next fund is all going to be built around like the fact that like, I think of like, what is Web 4 going to look like? And I see it as like, the tenets of Web 3, which is like decentralization, ownership, distributed networks, and then combined with agent to agent interactions. Like, I don't think we're going to even have a need for apps and websites anymore. It's all going to be just LLM interactions that are able to facilitate whatever you need through agent to agent interaction. So, when I think about that, then that's kind of my North Star for investing as a fund investor. So a lot of the stuff that I spend my time on right now is like, what is going to help us get to that world? And it's broad, but there's a lot that I think there's a lot of really exciting stuff that's going to come into that play. I've also spent a lot of time on. I'm spending a lot of time right now on prediction markets. I think prediction markets are a killer consumer use case. Really annoying for the U.S. Like that's just like that for some reason we can't like engage in it, which sucks. So you have to like VPN it. Fuck you got to do. But I think that everything that's happening there, like I'm an investor in a Zero protocol. I'm looking at one called X Markets I like a lot. So there's a lot of really cool stuff happening right now around prediction markets that I'm spending time on. And then in Bitcoin Nashville, listen, there's a lot of bullshit and fluff that happens around the Bitcoin ecosystem, but Stacks is continuing to mature with the big Satoshi upgrade or Nakamoto upgrade that's coming in a few weeks or a month or so. So that's going to take the speed of all transactions on Stacks and exponentially make it further. And then I found a lot of really cool ecosystems like Arch Network and RGB++ that should unlock a lot of liquidity in the Bitcoin ecosystem. And give Bitcoin some more use. Like we haven't really done anything with our Bitcoin. There's no DeFi. There's no applications. There's no anything other than fucking runes and
how's that been going for people? The rune stuff. I never got into it, and then it was like too late, and I was like, yeah.
I think it's down right now. I think like personally, like I've made one investment in that space.
I think it's too complicated for the average person.
Agreed.
To figure out.
Which is why most of us look at that as like, oh, that's an opportunity. But I still think it's just too much. It's too
yeah.
It's definitely too
sometimes it's an opportunity for sure.
Yeah, but I haven't really got excited about it yet.
Yeah. I got excited for the first time about something that someone in the community brought me. Actually in the Memecoin space, not a meme coin itself, but more of a like a can't really talk about it yet because I wanna make sure I can like help them and do something. But it's a governance token around meme coins that I think would do well and actually have buying pressure. I'll share it with you, Drew, and I'll share it like as soon as it's like able to talk about it. But it's a team in the UK that's working on this thing, and yeah, for I think I've been more like sour grapes, which is funny because I was saying last year, like for the most part, to sell your stuff, sell most of your NFTs and put it into ETH, and then ETH sort of took a run. Now it's like, I don't know, man. It's like I could totally see ETH going under 2,000, but I could also see it like this was the dip and we're done.
We're also
we're only up from here.
I mean, listen, there's a floor that we never had before. I mean, keep in mind, we made it all this way with just a bunch of degens propping this whole market up. Now all of a sudden you have billions of dollars of institutional capital. That's not panic selling. That's just not what they do. So like yesterday,
it's harder to dip as much.
There was yesterday a statistic that said retail sold $1 billion worth of crypto and institution bought 14 billion. Like I was reading that statistic somewhere. Like,
yeah.
Retail's just panic selling constantly and then getting crushed by like leverage, etc. Whereas like institutions just going to continue to accumulate. And Morgan Stanley opened up, Morgan Stanley as of today or tomorrow, I forgot which day it is, they'll be able to sell the Bitcoin ETF through their all of their brokers, which is huge. And so like there's just a lot happening. I think it's a great time to be in the market. That's how I feel.
Yeah. All right. I know we're going over a little bit. Let's sort of wrap it up. Any big things going on that you want to highlight, whether it's in crypto or the world? Any predictions? What's happening? What's going to happen next week? By the way, we can't do this next week because I'm going to be in New York. By the way, I don't know if you're around.
Yeah, next week. Oh yeah, we'll catch up for sure. So let me know what your schedule is. But yeah, I mean, like, listen, like, I think that we just need to like. I think everything's in building mode right now. I'm super bullish on Bitcoin. I'm super bullish on Solana, Ethereum. Like I'm spending less time on meme coins right now because I think speculation is really tough in a market like this. And I'm looking more for like blue chips.
It's hard to launch a new one right now. Very hard. Almost impossible.
Like, what's going on with Pump.fun? Are you still fucking with that, or
they make a lot of money? No, I
don't even know who's using it.
Celebrities? I don't know.
Yeah.
The guy Sahil is making everyone's coins. I don't know. Yeah, I don't. I'm never like I was never in the trenches like looking for stuff. It's like if it found its way to me, then I might buy something.
Yeah,
but I never was like, I was never like looking at charts or whatever. It was like, oh, this thing someone says like it's funny and it has like legs, I'll put it in one soul.
Yeah.
And then if I lose it, I'm okay. If I make money, then I'm okay also.
Yep.
But yeah, my thoughts. I think, and this is more mainstream, like less crypto and less whatever. But I think we're seeing the rise, totally out of left field. But I think we're seeing the rise right now of like the next big artists that I cannot. If you're on TikTok, you can't escape it. Have you listened to Chapel Roan yet?
What is it?
Chapel Roan. I think
Okay.
she's a woman.
I'm actually very late for a call. I gotta run.
Go to your call. But anyway, she's gonna be like the next Lady Gaga, whatever. She's exploding right now. The apps like
good,
nothing you've ever seen.
Good to be back with the Few crew. We'll see you
All
guys.
right.
We'll see you guys. If not next week, maybe the week after.
Yeah.